Let's just hit record and see what happens. We're going to test the fusion, and I'm going to show you what my thought process was for using her. Let's go. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? We are on the test server testing the new fusion, and I'm trying to figure out if there's literally any purpose for her in the game. So far, I have not found a good reason for anybody to fuse her. I think maybe one of the best reasons is she could get buffed in the future. But, okay, so let me preface this by saying she takes a lot of turns, and she is in a team that puts up a lot of buffs, okay? But I'm not sure that she's doing the intended job, which is stunning people and taking extra turns. It seems to me that what she's doing is boosting the turn meter of Mythrala. We did get a stun there. She's boosting the turn meter of Mythrala and Razzlevarg, and then Arbiter is reviving Razzlevarg because he keeps provoking people. And I mean, we're at the top of the tower here. This is floor 113, I think, right before the Rotos and Sifi waves, which I don't think she can handle. But if you see here, like, I'm not sure that this is good enough. Like, I feel like, okay, so my thought process was, could she keep these champions stun locked? And we have a stun there. But the problem is that even though she takes a lot of turns, like, look at all these boosts. Look at all of these boosts. She's taking a lot of turns, but the turn where she does the block debuffs is not an attack. So if that was an attack, then I think that this strategy would work. As of right now, I really can't recommend anybody to use this champion. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to just come in here and replace her with a different champion that does the same kind of thing. Okay, so that took 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So 4:55 and 134 turns. Now let's come in here and replace her with a champion that everybody already has. And that is going to be my Lady Vizix. It takes me 20 hours to find champions on my account now. So let me go find her real quick. Okay, I did not come upon Vizix, but I did find Yakarl. So we'll test him first, and then we'll come back. Because Yakarl's great, and I think that he could be another great option. I'm continually impressed with Razzlevarg, so let's see if this is a better solution, right? And I know, just based on talking to some people recently, that the top of the tower is still challenging for some people, depending on your account. Did we not... What was that, Yakarl? Where's the AoE here? Where's the AoE, my friend? There we go. So we have freezes. We have the stuff from Mythrala, making them into statues. Is that just a better way to control than the stun set and turn meter from the new fusion? I cannot remember her name at this point. So, Beast, I'm not even going to try. But something, I don't even know. All right, I should probably figure out what her name is so that we can call her by name while we're doing this. So we're gonna fight through here. Let's see how Yakarl does. Obviously, the fusion is Greathoof Loriaca. I knew that the whole time. There was never any question. So Yakarl's bringing damage and control. Vizix would also do the same thing. She would put up decreased speed. She would do some damage for you. She would provoke them. This just seems better in every way. I don't... I mean, okay, so here we have Arbiter is a free champion. Lydia is a free champion. Mithrala is a free champion. Yakarl is a free champion. And then Razzlevarg, who was a fusion that most people have. And a lot of people got the 5-star blessing on him. Maybe you don't have the gear that I have on him with like crazy speeds and provoke gear, but that's not 100% necessary. I think just whatever gear you have is fine. I do have Arbiter in regen gear, but that has not... I don't think that's been an issue here. So this is not only a lot faster, it seems a lot more consistent. So then, I'm left with the fact of, well, what is her purpose? Now, we were going to go try this build in Faction Wars also, because I need a purpose for her. But as of right now, I'm just not seeing it. Like, a turn meter fill block debuffs, at this point in Raid, I do not think that that is a reasonable thing. I mean, it's a little sketchy here at the end, and I think that that's still fine. Like, there's no questions that this is going to be faster. And, you know, if I put somebody else in place of Razzlevarg, like a protective champion with, like, provoking or control or shields or something, I think this would be really clean. And Yakarl could just control the waves. So, Yakarl didn't even do all the damage. The majority of the damage was from Razzlevarg. So, if I take out Yakarl and just put in a shield champion or something, maybe that would be for the best. Alright, let's switch over to Faction Wars and see if at least she's going to be good there. 1.2 million from Razzlevarg. Jeez. Alright, we have what I would call a typical Faction War team here. And, I mean, my gear's probably a little bit better than, like, the first time you're clearing it. But I don't have any kind of special gear on anyone except Loriaca. Basher's a little bit fast. Hoffreys is a little bit survivable. But super random gear on what is his name? Longbeard. Too many horns and beards and tusks. Okay. And then Fane, just super random gear on her as well. I did not change any of these builds. These are just the random builds that I already have built. The only one who I updated for today was the Fusion, okay? Which I hate her name. I just do not like it. Please, just change her name. Alright, so I did not test this ahead of time. The goal with this team is for her to control the waves, okay? That's her goal. And then we're going to have some buffs that are falling on and off, but mostly it's just her, right? There's not a lot of buffs in this team. This is level 20. I want to see if we, number one, have enough to, like, control and enough damage to actually beat this. Okay, so 0 stuns on that first one, but we have pretty good damage here, and of course she gets the stun on the single target. Fane is gonna die, okay, because she's squishy. But, see, and then there again, like, we get the turn meter boost, and we get the debuffs, but I think that needs to be an attack. If that was an attack, or it had another, like if there was a shield there, oh, that would be perfect. Or if it was an attack, or if there was another buff. But as is, I think that ability is just a little bit too low. You know, we got 2 stuns there. And because of the turn meter fill, we're already back around to Basher's ability. So he put their skills on cooldown for 1 turn, but that's not really that important. We have the ally attack, which is going to add some damage here. But a lot of people have Longbeard sitting around. I hear people ask me about him in Faction Wars all the time. He is in no way important to this team. You could literally put anyone else in there instead of Longbeard, okay? Literally anyone, okay? Anyone. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're having trouble with survivability, you could put Steel Skull in there, who's great, especially for first-time clears. And of course, I'll show you the builds on all of these champions in this team so you can get a sense. But the most important thing is the fusion. I don't think her decreased resistance is important in any way, just as an FYI. I do not think the decreased resistance is an important part of her kit, and we're not using it, okay? Our goal here is to get back around. Wow, Fane just one-shotted that guy. What happened? Was he stunned? Or is his skills on cooldown? So, like, I don't know, Hoffreeze has done as many stuns as she has, and she's in a stun set very fast, and she has Fearsome Presence Mastery. So, yeah, we're weak hitting, but, like, I don't know. I can't see a really good reason. Like, we could probably just replace her with anybody else in this team, and it would be equally fine. So, I don't know. To wrap up the video, let's look at their builds. She didn't do hardly any of the damage either. Oh no, let's not hide Basher there. I don't know. I don't know. I think my conclusion is the same as everybody's. All right, little bit of, I guess he's in a pretty good damage build. Okay, Longbeard. She's in a pretty good build too. I mean, 290 speed in stun, and then Basher is 243. He's just in random gear though. Hoffreeze, he has some resistance and some accuracy. Like, definitely this is a solid Faction Wars build. If you're trying to clear this, and you can get these stats on your Hoffreeze, then you should be fine to clear it. Fane doesn't even have her chest leveled up, but, like, this is pretty good damage. Like, you might not be able to get this build on your Fane when you're clearing it for the first time, but that's not needed. Like, you can do it. And, like, everybody on the team, no, Hoffreeze doesn't have masteries. Oh, okay. So actually, this is a good representation of masteries. I always suggest at least 2 people have masteries, and 3 of the people do not have masteries. Now, everybody is fully booked on this team, I believe. Is Longbeard booked? Yeah, even, oh, the cooldown's not booked on the ally attack. So everyone is mostly booked, right? Everyone is mostly booked. All of their gear is fairly leveled up. Like, this is better gear than you're probably going to have when you're clearing it for the first time. But the Hoffreeze build is definitely one to look off of. So, to wrap up the video here, let me summarize my thoughts on this champion, and let's take a look at the fusion calendar real quick so you can see what my recommendations would be if you're going to go for her. Alright, so we're here over on Polarium's website for the Fusion Calendar. I would think that this will be posted everywhere by this point, but one of the things you're going to want to notice is that you do need to do both the Summon Rush and the, where's the other one? The Summon Rush, and there's 2 Summon Rushes? Okay, that's weird. Summon Rush 1 and 2. Summon Rush 1, Summon Rush 2. We've never seen that before. That's weird, okay? Back-to-back Summon Rushes. That's on Friday and then Friday. Huh. Oh, wait. This is a longer duration. We're going to have a summon event in between here. That's weird. That is weird. The 8th through the 26th. Does that make this an easier fusion? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Are there any days that we skip? Okay, hold on. Let me think here for a second, because I did not notice that the first time. Okay, so just looking at a couple other previous fusions, we're still running 16 days. Is that right? No, this is 18 days. Razzlevarg was 16, so maybe it's a couple extra days. But putting the 2 summon rushes in here, that's really interesting and different. But either way, you need to do both of them to complete the fusion. And in addition, I would recommend waiting to start Dragon and Champion training until the Dungeon Divers tournament starts on Saturday. I would be doing a ton of stuff on Saturday and Sunday for Dragon and Champion training. I would do very minimal stuff before that, because you have Dungeon Divers. Man, that Dungeon Divers is going to be so easy. You have Dragon, Champion Training twice. You have the Champion Training Tournament and the event. And you have Ice Golem. Then for the second Dungeon Divers, you can do that one with Fire Knight and Spider. I don't know. This fusion seems a little bit easier. It seems a little bit easier, but it's 100% dependent on the point thresholds for each of these tournaments and events, because it doesn't matter what it looks like on the calendar. What really matters is the points in each of those things. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think about my ideas testing her and the interesting fusion calendar, and then we will go... I don't know, talk to me in the comments below and let's figure this out together. I'll see you guys in the next video. I know I was a little all over the place today, but thank you for watching. We'll see you later.